Hello, everybody, and welcome to Speed Sport Live from Seafair 2023, presented by Toyota. This is the Homestreet Bank APBA Gold Cup right here on Lake Washington. Hello, everybody. I am Dave Arnold, joined alongside Arica Alread. Arica, we've had 2 days of racing, or I should say 1 full day of racing. We're starting the second day. Of course, yesterday, Dustin Eccles, the quick time out there, but Andrew Tate, he answered back in his qualifying session today to take the top spot.
Absolutely, and like you said, we had a qualifying session yesterday and another one today. Yesterday in qualifying, Andrew was in the 152 ranges, and today he got it all the way up to the 154 ranges and was the only driver to do so. So this should be really interesting because he is one of the only drivers in our field to capture a Gold Cup. Yeah,
it's going to be interesting for sure, and hopefully we're going to be having Andrew Tate join us here a little bit later today. We had the Blue Angels performing yesterday, and wow, what a crazy time that was. I know they've got BMX, freestyle, all kinds of stuff, but I think the Blue Angels, they stole the show right there.
They absolutely put on a show. The house was packed, the shorelines were packed. It was such an amazing show, and I can't wait to watch all the air and dive shows again later today.
Well, we also got vintage boats racing in the background. The folks can probably hear them. They probably see them in the background there. So cool to see a lot of the history there. But, man, I can't wait until the Blue Angels come and perform again to this afternoon. The crowd, that was incredible. How many people were watching? I mean, jaws were dropped. They were amazed. All eyes were in the sky.
It truly doesn't get much better than this here at Seafair, Dave.
All I could say is America. That's really what it comes down to. It's a new day. Qualifying now in the books. We got heat racing getting ready to come in up here. Of course, we've got up next, 12:25 today will be Heat 1A. Heat 1B will be at 12:50. And of course, we're going to take a short break. And then, of course, at 2:15, we'll be back up for the second heats. Now, this is all Pacific Standard Time, so you folks are all watching. You can watch it, of course, on the YouTube channel for Unlimited Hydroplane, or H1 Unlimited. You're going to be able to see and watch that. And of course, we're going to keep them all updated on what's going on. But the cool thing is, we got a little bit behind the scenes of what's going on under the driver's helmet. I know you were out there, you did some of the stuff, and you got to check it out.
Yep, and exactly. Now that we know how all of the schedule shakes out, let's take a deeper look behind the scenes and the backgrounds of our drivers that we've got here at H1 Unlimited.
I'm a 4th generation boat racer, so my great-grandfather started the tradition in the 1920s, late 20s, early 30s. My mother and my father both raced hydroplanes, and that's actually how they met.
My father used to take me to the Unlimited races down in Detroit. I'm a mason by trade. My family's all been masons. No mechanical background at all, and I just saw them things run and said somehow, some way I'm going to get there, and by the grace of God, I was able to pull it off.
I'm 3rd generation. My grandfather and my great uncles and my dad and my uncle all raced. Yeah, and it's just stuck ever since. So now I got a 13-year-old that's now also racing, so we're just kind of carrying on the family tradition.
I'm not a generational boat racer like some of the other guys here. My father and I, we got started racing as a family hobby. It's been a real positive influence in my life, and something that I fell in love with real young.
I have a lot of energy for the boat racing and really want to make one fan at a time, but obviously I want to get qualified. I'd be the first African American to do that. So to get fully qualified is something that will go down in history books and mean a lot to me.
I grew up going to the races with actually my teammate when we were little kids. We grew up 10 houses away from each other, so we've known each other from kindergarten to now.
I started in the outboard hydroplanes back in 1990. I was 10 years old. My dad got me started, and I've raced in almost every outboard class on my way up through the inboards.
I'm a 3rd generation boat racer, born and bred to do this. Started racing at 9 years old. It's my 22nd season racing boats. I've worked my way up through really grassroots racing. Now I have my shot to drive the U1 Miss Homestreet and the H1 Unlimited series.
Well, Dave, that was so cool to see kind of behind the scenes and what's under the helmet for all of our drivers here.
And it gives us a little insight of what they go through and what these things are. The H1 Unlimited hydroplanes, I mean, the premier class, 3,000 horsepower, mind-blowing speeds. And we saw 171 miles of Dustin Eccles. Of course, when we were in Gunnersville, but some crazy things like that. But, Arica, what also was cool is seeing a little behind the scenes. You going around that Buzz bicycle, buzzing around the pits. I know we had Sean, our cameraman there, following you around there. So we're going to take a little look behind the scenes with Arica Alread and the Buzz electric bike. I didn't want to let Arica get too comfortable up here, so I sent her back down to the pits on that Buzz electric bike to get a little bit more buzz in the pits. Well, everybody, we have a special guest up here, Andrew Tate, who was the top qualifier today. Dustin Eccles, of course, yesterday, but you were able to edge him out. But I just got to say, what a pedigree you do have coming into the APBA Gold Cup this weekend. You won it in 2018 with another team. You're on a new team now, and they got to be proud of it. I know you had some good success going at Tri-Cities. We saw you win quite a few heats there. I think you're trying to do that today because you want that APBA Gold Cup back.
Yeah, definitely. Everything up to this point in the season has led us here, and there's been a lot of people on the Goodman Real Estate U91 Unlimited Hydroplane that have really busted their butts to get us to this point. And, you know, make sure we have a fast boat to go out there and qualify well, but not and race well, more importantly. And we're still building, keeping that momentum rolling towards tomorrow afternoon when we can go around the final and see if we can put ourselves in a position to bring it home.
Well, we always talk about the qualifying water, the race water. It looks like it was pretty calm today, a little bit calmer than it was yesterday, the qualification. And a lot of times, you guys do a lot of changes right after your qualifying run. Of course, the heat races are going to be coming up pretty quick. Looks like we've got some inclement weather right now, a little bit of rain coming, but this is Seattle, so not surprised. But were you guys able to get anything done to change, getting ready for the heat races?
Yeah, we actually put a different motor in to go get through the rest of today, which is awesome. We found our setup that we want to have for tomorrow, and we're kind of protecting that setup for tomorrow. So we put a known quantity in there with the motor goes, and as far as the motor goes, went out, did some laps testing after qualifying to kind of adjust things, make sure we're on track for tomorrow. Well, today and then also tomorrow. But every time we go out there, we try and change something to make sure the boat's going to go a little faster next time. I know
you guys are always, seems like from race to race or heat to heat, you're chasing a little bit more speed, trying to find a little bit better handling, a little bit different setups. Now, this being 2.0 miles versus the 2.5, a lot of adjustments were done. I know gearbox were changed and all that, and I know you guys get all that dialed in. What other things did you have to do to adjust for the shorter course?
I think mentally more than anything, it becomes more of a circle track, I guess, instead of a super speedway. It's only a half a mile difference, but it makes a big difference in how you set the boat up and how you drive and how you attack the weekend. So we also have 4 heats this weekend. We got to make sure our equipment's safe and protect that combination to give you the best chance to go win on Sunday. So timing marks are always different. Skid fin, rear wing adjustments, sometimes the front wing, but mostly it's just a mental thing for the drivers.
Well, Andrew, I want to say good luck to you this weekend, of course. You'll be chasing a second Gold Cup out here, Seattle. You're looking forward to the Homestreet Bank Seafair. This is awesome. So good luck to you. Folks, we got a lot of stuff going on. We've got heat racing coming up. There's air shows, all kinds of great stuff. So you're going to have to stick around and see how it all turns out here for the APBA Gold Cup.